Imagine standing on a mountain peak, awestruck by a sweeping vista of snow-capped peaks, bathed in the ethereal glow of dawn. Now, picture recreating that breathtaking scene not with paint and canvas, but with pixels and code. That, my friends, is the magic of graphics rendering. For gamers, it's the engine that breathes life into sprawling RPG landscapes and hyperkinetic battlefields. For architects and engineers, it's the crystal ball that lets them peek into the future, visualizing buildings and machines before they're even born. And for Hollywood's magic makers, it's the alchemist that conjures fantastical worlds and impossible creatures. Remember Thanos snapping his fingers? Rendering had a hand in that. The tiniest tweak in the algorithm can make the difference between a shimmering oasis and a pixelated desert. It should come as no surprise that AI is leveraged to reconstruct high-resolution images from lower-resolution data. This is called deep learning supersampling and is usually used to greatly accelerate generating high-quality images from low-resolution output. The result? Photorealistic visuals at a fraction of the processing cost, paving the way for hyper-realistic VR experiences and buttery smooth 4K gaming even on mid-range machines. For years, the trickiest thing in video games is lighting, which is akin to throwing paint at a canvas. Your traditional algorithm for computer graphics roughly approximates light, but isn't really aware of the dynamic surroundings. Usually lighting is calculated and pre-baked into the scene. How are these pre-baked scenes generated? There's a few approaches, with the technology behind these approaches becoming so sophisticated they are done in real time on everyday machines. First, enter ray tracing. It's a technique that simulates the actual behavior of light, casting shadows, bouncing off surfaces, and refracting through objects with breathtaking accuracy. The result? Environments that feel truly alive, where a glint of sunlight off of a polished helmet or the eerie glow of moonlight filtering through an abandoned forest can send shivers down your spine. But the future of rendering lies in dynamic, ever-changing worlds where clouds billow with realistic fluidity, magical curls of smoke, and fire crackles with mesmerizing fluidity. But how can we render such effects? Well, we use a technique called volumetric rendering, and it holds the key to achieving this next level of immersion, treating objects not as flat surfaces, but as three-dimensional volumes that interact with light and each other in real time. It's how most video games approximate the visualization and appearance of fog and smoke. And finally, my personal favorite, path tracing. Now, path tracing is a lot like ray tracing, with one key difference. It is incremental, and rather than emulating a single ray per pixel, we jitter the rays to sample from multiple directions, which makes it concurrently significantly more expensive to create. So that's just a glimpse of what graphics renderings can do, and how we get these results. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'm sure the crew will get back to me for me to answer them.